This video aims to explain the mechanism of non-ribosomal synthesis, allowing microorganisms to produce a still untapped diversity of active secondary metabolites. The non-ribosomal synthesis is carried out by huge modular enzymatic complexes, the non-ribosomal peptide synthetases, or NRPS in short. They work as assembly lines to build up step by step the non-ribosomal peptides, abbreviated NRPs. As an example, you can see this pentapeptide constituted of proteogenic and non-proteogenic amino acids as ornithine. Amino acids are linked by peptide bonds. In this example, the pentapeptide is synthesized by an assembly line containing 5 modules, each module being responsible for the incorporation of one amino acid or monomer into the NRP. Each module is itself constituted of enzymatic domains. The first one is an adenylation domain noted A. Its role is to select and activate a specific amino acid. The second one is the thiolation domain, noted T, on which amino acids and the peptide being elongated are covalently tethered. To be functionalized, the T domains need to receive a cofactor. This phosphopentadienyl arm is transferred by a standalone transferase enzyme. The arm is ending by a thiol ACH group, essential for the functioning of the assembly line. The third domain is the condensation one, noted C. This one is the domain catalyzing the peptide bond formation. Finally, at the end of the assembly line is the thioester domain, noted TE. This domain is responsible for the release of neoformed peptide, and in some cases, the TE domain is also involved in the cyclization of the peptide. So, after this short introduction of the actors, let's move to the story. Each A domain is first recruiting one specific amino acid among the pool of available ones in the cell. The A domain of the module 1 is selecting glycine, the A domain of the module 2 is selecting leucine, and so on. As you can see, several A domains may be selective for the same amino acid, as exemplified here with leucine selected by modules 2 and 4. The recruitment of the specific amino acid responds to specificity rules known as NRPS code. The A domains not only select amino acid, they also activate them under consumption of ATP, leading to their adenylation. Then, the activated amino acid is transferred onto the thiol group, ending the arm of the T domain. In the next step, the movement of the arms brings together the amino acids, and the condensation domain catalyzes the peptide bond formation between amino acids tethered on two adjacent T domains. The native peptide is then transferred to the following module so that it is further elongated step by step. Coming to the end, the pentapeptide is taken in charge by the TE domain and is released. You can see that in this simple case, the order of the amino acids in the peptide fully correspond to the order of the modules in the NRPS. In some examples of non-ribosomal synthesis, the modules also include secondary domains, leading to the modification of the monomers during the synthesis. Among these domains, the most frequently encountered is an epimerization domain, noted E domain, that is responsible for the isomerization of L form to D form of the amino acid. Considering the mode of recruitment by A domain, the possible modification of amino acid, possible cyclization and branching into the compounds, The non-ribosomal synthesis can lead to a huge structural diversity of these secondary metabolites and consequently displaying diverse activities with applications in many sectors. All the characterized non-ribosomal peptides are stored and annotated in the Norrin database. This single resource dedicated to NRPs is freely available at the following address. Feel free to visit and discover so many microbial interesting compounds.